G'day, it's Mark, and welcome back to the channel. And in this episode, we go and check out two cars that have arrived from the US that I bought from Randy from Auto Auction Rebuilds. First one's a 1994 Chevrolet Corvette. I think it's only got about 48,000 miles on it. And the other one is a 2005 Ford Crown Victoria, original police car with all the working equipment. I do need to fix up some of the paintwork and that sort of stuff, but I'm really looking forward to seeing those cars. So anyway, let's check it out. So I arrived at the location where the cars are being cleared, and for my first viewing of the Crown Victoria. And as you can see here, it's exactly what I expected. All the original equipment in the car, the radar equipment, the police cage for the prisoners in the back, the shotgun holder, the computer that Randy was able to locate, I think on eBay or something like that, the radar systems, fully equipped with all the lights and sirens and everything else. So, absolutely terrific. Really pleased to see the car in the flesh. And this is the computer that I think was missing when Randy received it. It might have been in the listing when he bought it, this and the other police car. So he ordered this from eBay, so it's really good to get that. You can see the microphone and everything there. It'll need a little bit of cleaning up inside, but I think there's a bit of a hole in the seat, the driver's seat, just from where, probably from the holster, but not too bad. I think it'll be quite an easy thing to fix. You can see here the old decals, the American flag. I'm going to have all that stuff redone. Here's the barrier for the side glass and the plexiglass and the partition between the prisoners and the police. Then you can see these seats here where they can hose or wash out whatever the prisoners decide to do in their poor behaviour when they're causing a public disobedience. So anyway, really happy to see it. Really pleased. The wheels, this one had like the factory wheels. The caps were missing on the back, but they're actually with the car, in the back of the car, which was good. So I was initially thought they might have been missing and I would have to try and buy some of those online, but in the back here in this plastic bag, you'll see a bit later in the video, there's a whole lot of really cool stuff. So really pleased. You can see the lights there, the spotlights on both sides, then the big nudge bar at the front, the push bar. This paint, because of the primer they used, I don't know if it's water-based or not, but a few cars had this problem. I know some of the Chryslers did around this era as well, but I'll get that all fixed up and I'll get the decals fixed as well. Got into the boot and went through some of the stuff in the boot, which you'll see a little bit more of a bit later in the video. And I will be doing a fully detailed video on this car and down the track, as well as the Corvette, which you'll see in a minute. So that Perspex cover for the box in the back, that's a factory Ford option. I've actually got the police brochure for this car where the different police packs are available, and I'll probably do a separate little video on that too. And that Perspex lid box in the back was part of the package. Car number 30, and I'll show you some original photos when the car was in service from back in the day in, I think it's Sonoma County in California. So it's interesting, the car went from California to Oklahoma to Randy. There's the old Ford V8 sign there on the 4.6 overhead cam V8 engine. Here's how it went from California to Randy in Oklahoma, then back to California, and then to Australia. So there you go. Then I had a look at the Corvette and I was really impressed. I thought the car looked really, really terrific. The paintwork looks absolutely beautiful. Love the colour, and the condition of it was really nice as well. I think it's about 48,000 miles. And what sold me on this car, it looked great on the outside, but I also thought the inside looked terrific as well. You can see the exhaust there. I think that's probably aftermarket. I don't think they're the standard tips. I'm sure somebody will know, but I'm pretty sure they're not. But they look pretty cool. They suit the car, I think. So I'll be leaving them on there. I think the ZR1 originally had those tail lights, but then they made that the standard thing on all the Corvettes down the track a few years later. But yeah, look at this interior, you know, red with a red leather interior with sort of red and black door trims and console. I think really, really looks terrific. I'm looking forward to driving this car and just seeing what the performance is like. But it's just nice to have a very, very low mileage example. And I love all the red, especially in the back as well. You can see that cargo area is in really, really nice condition. Instruments are sort of combination analog and digital. Obviously, it's not turned on there, so you can't really see too much. And then you've got the plexiglass top, which I think was inspired by some of the fighter jets, that technology they had for their canopies back in the day. Then you've got the fuel-injected 350 V8 engine. I love that huge access with the bonnet there lifting up, and then you can see the swivel headlights as well that stay there when you raise the bonnet or the hood. But yeah, really happy with this car. I just think it looks terrific. Looks better than I expected actually in the flesh. So I'm really happy with that. So, you know, thanks, Randy. Really appreciate all your help. You know, when Randy says he's going to do something, he always does it. That's how I've found him to be. He's been really good to deal with. So thanks again, Randy. Very much appreciated. And I hope you'll be following along the story as I do some work on these cars too. I'll leave a link in the description to his channel, Auto Auction Rebuild. So if you're not already, make sure you do subscribe to Randy. He's always got lots of content. He uploads new content every day. So back to the car. There's some bits and pieces, just some covers for the engine, which they removed for cleaning. Some wiper blades, which I think Randy didn't get a chance to put those on, so I'll have to fit those as well, and some other bits and pieces. So, yeah, as I said, really, really happy with the car and looking forward to taking it for a spin. I think there was one of the tyres was a bit down on the, I think it was the right rear, which you'll probably see in a second, so I had to get that fixed as well. So because that tyre was leaking, wasn't sure whether it had something like a hole in it or a bad valve or was just leaking off the bead. So I removed the wheel and took it to these guys locally, and luckily they just fit me right in. I didn't have to wait at all. They just got straight into it. Cost me, I think, $30 to fix it. And yeah, hopefully it won't go down again after that, but it looks like they've solved it. It was a bead problem. So I guess time will tell, but I was just grateful that they could fit me in straight away because they had no booking or anything like that at all. Just turned up on the doorstep and they said, sure, bring it in. So the tyre was on the Corvette was leaking from the bead, so took that off and had that fixed. So that's all good. Put that back on. So rather than it sitting on a tyre, because Randy, you know, bought new Michelin tyres, they're very expensive, and you know, you don't want the car sitting on a flat tyre, you know, which is not good for the sidewall. So I wanted to make sure I got or attended to that ASAP. So it's all good, and hopefully it won't lose air now. Wait and see. Okay, so just got back and got a few bits and pieces for the Crown Victoria police car. So I'm just going to go through that now and see what's in there. I think it's some of the original paperwork from the police department in California. So let's check that out. Right, so there's a plastic bag here with bits and pieces. This is the Sonora Police Department certificate of accuracy for the, or calibration and accuracy for the radar, I guess, is it? Yeah, for the radar. There it is there. This is what's actually in the car, the Python 3 operator's manual. So cool having all this sort of stuff. Be able to capture the perps. But just having all the information, you know, having the original book. I asked Randy if he would include that, because I think there was bits and pieces between the two cars. Said, oh, do you mind including it in my car? And he said, sure. So that was very nice of him. Thanks for that, Randy. Yeah, so that's radar unit 29. My car's number 30. And then there's automobile liability coverage information. Introduce yourself by name and title. Okay. Californian Vehicle Code. Central San, is it Joaquin Valley RMA Vehicle Accident Report. I guess these are the people when they manage, this is my car, car 30. This must be like the paperwork for the vehicle if it's involved in an accident, which I guess being police cars was probably a fairly common occurrence. And I've got the two centre caps, which hopefully the clips are okay, but at least I'm glad they're really nice wheels on the car actually. I think there's two of those, yep. Oops. Two of those. This is, I think this is an original, like a jacket, you know, like a vest. It's even got the guy's name, Roberts. When there's, I guess, a traffic accident or something like that. So this all goes in the boot or the trunk. So I'll clean all that up and that'll be kind of cool to do that. Then, that's the original owner's book. That's cool, isn't it? 2005 Crown Vic. That's really cool. Love that. And then Police Fleet Vehicles Owner Guide Supplement. That'd be pretty rare, I'd imagine. So I've got that as well. I love all this sort of additional ephemera, if you like, paperwork. Scheduled maintenance guide. What else we got here? Ford roadside assistance. Safety advice. Seat belts and general, I think it's general stuff, not necessarily police related. Highway auto and light truck tyre adjustment policy. Okay. And then the warranty guide. Not sure what this is. Ford Crown Vic, it says. Police. Okay, so maybe that's the wrapping that book was in. Not sure what this is. Might be another jacket or something, or not quite sure what that is. Have to look that up. Looks like battery cover. There's also crime scene tape, do not cross line. That's very cool. That's a charger for something. Yeah, I think this stuff's more battery related. This is some sort of a charger. Don't know what for. Looks like a coat hook. Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. Love it. When I was researching a bit more about the county where that police car's from, I actually looked on the website and I found photos of my actual car, number 30, which was making an arrest, and it gave a bit of background about the arrest and showed the guy in the back, sitting in the back of the car, and it's pretty cool seeing the car when it was actually in service, my actual car. So eventually I'd like to get the paintwork sorted out, have all the decals put back to original spec, and just have it as a completely original, genuine police car, fully functional. So it's pretty cool. And I also was lucky to get a patch, like a police uniform patch as well, original one. It's just things I'm going to put with the car as part of sort of display, I guess. But yeah, really happy with it. So there'll be a lot more detailed video on the police car and the Corvette as well in future videos. So just keep an eye out for those. But anyway, they've arrived safely from the US, and thanks Randy very much for all your help. And yeah, it's good they've finally arrived in Australia. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode on the 1994 Corvette and also the 2005 Ford Crown Victoria police car. If you did enjoy the episode, please do give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. It doesn't cost a cent. And also hit the hype button as well if you can. Again, it only takes a second. It just means more enthusiasts get to see the episodes. And above all, please subscribe so you're notified when future episodes are released. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.